Yeah, exactly, at the end. I don't know if he heard the bell or what.
It was 5 seconds, and you would have thought there would have been really a serious attempt to land another punch or two.
Well, and he kind of just, Thobela looked at his hands, and Davey almost looked like he said, good job, you won. And maybe he believes that.
Well, there's Davey Hilton. He's getting a hand. There's Matthew there, the last man to win a world championship in this setting.
Tell him to keep his hands up. You know he is exhausted right now.
Got to look like a champion, though, right?
That's
Mike?
right,
Part
exactly.
Of the deal.
Yeah, a little showmanship.
There we go.
Just a great fight, though.
I'll tell you, win or lose, that was a great, great performance. He's got it a draw, and I think that's an interesting result.
It is an interesting result, but you know what? You don't know what these judges are scoring.
That's right. They're international judges, and
you know what? Thobela probably landed,
but it won't be punches. A draw. I don't think it'll be a draw.
But Hilton landed the more effective punches. I don't think so, because if it is, geez, I don't even want to be near the ring.
What do you think, Stephen Brunt? I think chances of a draw are slim and nil.
Well, funny things have happened. I never say that anymore. I saw some fights called draws that weren't draws before.
That's not to say the scoring isn't accurate, but wow. Well, we're soon going to get the final decision from the judges. I mentioned Davey Hilton be weary, and he is having trouble getting the arms up high enough there, Mike, to get the rope on.
Oh, he gave his all. He left it all in the ring. He couldn't have did anything more. See Glenn Catley there just wondering, he doesn't even know who to give it to, I don't think.
All 4 Hilton brothers in the ring right now. Yeah. Jimmy, Alex, Matthew, and Davey, all in the ring.
Is Davey Sr., yeah, Davey Sr.'s there. No, he isn't. No, I don't. Jimmy looks more like Davey Sr. than Davey Sr. does.
He does.
Well, it was really quite a performance by the eldest of the Hilton clan. And one thing, Davey cannot have any regret in terms of could he have done more, brought more.
I'll tell you something, the Hilton family thinks he won this fight.
Yeah. I don't know if they got word from the judges before the decision was made. They're hugging each other. I think they might have got the decision already before
I think they got the nod from
even announced.
Let's go to ring announcer Christian Goche.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a good round of applause for these 2 warriors. Bonne main applaudissement pour ces 2 guerriers.
Well, we just got the news here from Davey's corner that Davey Hilton did win the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the judge's decision. Nous avons une décision partagée. We have a split decision.
A split decision.
Well, that's not surprising, is it, Stephen?
Le juge Schellenberger remet carte de 115-113 Thobela. Judge Schellenberger scores it 115-113 Thobela. Le juge Perez 117-111. Judge Perez scores it 117-111 Hilton. Et le juge Lederman 115-113. Judge Lederman scores it 115-113 for the winner and new WBC super-middleweight champion.
Now this place is going crazy, understandably. Davey Hilton Jr. at age 37 is the new WBC super-middleweight division champion.
Well, full value for it, I'll tell you something. He deserved that fight.
Oh, definitely. You know what? He was so exhausted those last 4 or 5 rounds, and he showed the heart of a champion coming out and pulling that off. Unbelievable.
Well, it's a pretty happy Hilton clan in the middle of the ring, to be sure. They've got Davey hoisted. He's got the belt, and he's showing it to the fans here at the Molson Center in Montreal. Well, this is his moment in the sun, to be sure, Mike Strange.
Oh, it definitely is. He's been dreaming this all his life, and at 37 years of age, unbelievable. Come away, bring back that title to Montreal.
Yeah, we got a Canadian world champion. They don't come along that often, folks, so enjoy it.
However, Stephen, with the good young fighters that are developing and being developed, you know, I wouldn't be thoroughly shocked that 5 years from now there are not and have been over that time a few good Canadian champions.
I agree with you very much, and we're going to see something very special come up right here, I think, in January, which is 2 Canadians fighting for a world title, presumably, when Hilton fights Eric Lucas. That's never happened before.
And that'll be a sellout for sure here in Montreal.
Yeah, better get your tickets early for that one, Mike.
Definitely.
But that's later. This is Davey's night tonight.
Maybe for that one we'll be paying to work. Well, Davey Hilton enjoying this moment, certainly. It's been a long time. I guess when you hang around the game for 20 years, he's been fighting pro for 20 years.
It's amazing, you know, and really he's been fighting in one way or another his entire life. So this is a life's work in real terms for Dave Hilton.
Well, it's been a work in progress. Davey Hilton has the belt. And Glenn Catley is here. Glenn Catley is the man that Davey Hilton supposedly, it would seem, will meet for the first defense of his title. And certainly we will get to hear from Davey Hilton, as Charles-Andre Marchand will eventually talk to him. Well, Mike Strange, it's been a fun night, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been an unbelievable night. Top it off with that fight. Wow.
Could you have anticipated?
Finally got a, no. You know, as soon as I kind of seen Davey fading away in those later rounds, but to pull it off like that, just unimaginable. You know, that just showing that great heart that he has, that the whole Hilton family does.
Tremendous amount of courage in that in those late rounds. When I think he was spent about 7 rounds into this fight, and still he kept coming, and that was a triumph of talent, but it was mostly a triumph of perseverance and guts and heart.
But again, we'll go back to that first Ouellet fight when he was counted out, and he was out of the fight.
Oh, he was, and he came back in the last round. And geez, who would have guessed it would have happened?
In this fight, it was probably the 11th round more so than it was the 12th.
Yeah, I think he had to win the last couple rounds to win the fight, and he did that. He pulled it off.
Well, it was quite an exhibition for Davey Hilton Jr. As we mentioned, we will eventually get to talk to Davey and hear his thoughts about the fight. Maybe how he felt about it also in those middle rounds. Certainly it'll be interesting to hear what he does have to say. And the one thing you also know with Davey, Steve, you're always going to get the oddest sentiment.
That's true.
When it comes to talking to the media and expressing you know, what happened, it's honest sentiment. There won't be any bravado if indeed he was feeling pretty close to the end. By the way, we still have another fight coming up on this fight card tonight.
No, they're going to get all this.
Yeah,
it's all over
it's
the
going to
ring,
be a while, my guess. So don't anybody tripping over some of the ticker tape for sure.
Yeah, it's an added bonus. We have a sensational South African fighter, Philip Ndu, who can punch. So there's something to look forward to.
Well, he's 21-1 with 21 knockouts, and that tells you that he's a pretty good fighter. Okay, let's go up into the ring, and Charles-Andre Marchand has the new world super middleweight champion of the WBC division, Davey Hilton. Charles-Andre.
I'm really junior middleweight, you know, but I'm so happy, and merci le bon Dieu en pour tout. Merci le bon Dieu.
At what time did you start believing it?
Après la décision, after the decision.
Thank you very much, Davey Hilton.
Thank you.
So that was a rather quick conversation with Davey Hilton Jr., who is the new champion, but obviously he is weary Mike Strange, and also deserves time to savor what he just accomplished.
I'm sure he's going to be feeling the effects, even though he won the title, and he's going to be feeling the effects a little bit tomorrow.